Namaste. Srishti presents an exclusive series on Secrets of Vrindavana and the divine tales of Krishna from Kumara Vaishnava Sampradaya. Storyteller Ojasvita Chaturvedi.
Namaste children. We are having a mindful time of bliss wandering in the beautiful forests of Rajadhama. Don't you all agree? Are you all excited about the upcoming stories as I had hinted last time? Yes, we are moving into one of the most important and huge forests of Vraja today, Kamyavan. This forest is praised throughout the Puranas. Krishna has performed many pastimes on the grounds of Kamyavan, and it is very much loved by all devotees. Do you know why? I'll tell you why. The village of Radharani, Barsana, comes in the precincts of this forest. And that is why Krishna used to visit here so frequently and have so many heart-touching pastimes. Come, let's dive in. Kamya literally means beautiful or blissful, which is very suitable for the forest Kamyavan. The Vishnu Purana has praised this forest and mentions that there are 84 ponds or tirthas, 84 temples and 84 pillars in this forest. That's a lot, right? So we will only be going into the major Leela Sthalis. Shall we start? One day, when Krishna was grazing cows with his friends in Kamyavan, a demon named Vyomasura planned to attack all the gopas. Coincidentally, the children were playing thief and police on that day. So Vyomasura assumed the form of a cowherd and began to steal the boys group by group. He was capable of flying, so he would take 4 to 5 gopas from the herd and hide them in a large cave and then come back for the next turn. After a little while, the boys began to notice that their friends were gradually missing. Where were they disappearing to? Krishna understood the sly demon's plan and followed him. He broke open the cave with a mighty punch of his hand and killed the demon right on the spot. The cave is still there and is known as Vyomasura Gufa. On another day, there was a mini argument between the gopis and the gopas in this forest. It happened so that the children were discussing Ramayana together in Kamyavan. While reciting Ramayana, Krishna very comfortably proclaimed that he was Ramachandra himself. The gopas went for Krishna while the gopis opposed. They agreed that if Krishna could build a bridge on water using stones like Sri Rama, they would accept what he said. Krishna was in for the challenge. There was a small pond in Kamyavan which was chosen as the spot. Krishna called out for Dadhilobha. Do you know who Dadhilobha is? Krishna's pet monkey. Krishna had a pet monkey and his name was Dadhilobha. And this monkey gathered all the monkeys of the forest. Very surprisingly, under the guidance of Krishna, a stone bridge was built across this pond. The gopis always loved Krishna. We all know that, right? They always loved him. They simply wanted to show his valor and capabilities to everyone around. The entire group of friends, gopis and gopas, were pleased and enjoyed a good game on the bridge. The pond is still present today and it is known as Setubandha Sarovara. There is also a temple of Rameshwar Mahadev which Krishna installed before building the bridge, just like he did in Ramavatara. There is a temple of Vrindadevi in Kamyavan. Vrindadevi is the presiding deity of the whole Vraja Mandala. All Leelas that take place of Krishna in Vraja Mandala are handled by Vrindadevi herself. Her temple is very unique, rare, and one of them is found in Kamyavan. Krishna very frequently came to play the flute in Kamyavan as it was Radharani's forest. Every time he played the flute, he would choose who would hear the sound. Sometimes it would just be his friends, sometimes just the gopis, and sometimes the animals. Also, sometimes he just played it for the plants. He loved Vrajamandala so much. He loved the plants, he loved the animals, he loved everything there. So Krishna would choose who would listen to his flute. But when he played the flute here in Kamyavan, he played it in all fervor, allowing each and every living and non-living entity to enjoy. It is mentioned in the Bhagavatam, Sarva Bhuta Manoharam. He would usually play the flute on a small hillock in this forest. The gopas and gopis would follow his tune and walk on top of the small hillock. The cows, peacocks, and other animals also walked up the hillock. As the flute resounded, the rocks of the hill began to melt in ecstasy, and the foot imprints of Krishna, gopas, gopis, cows, and birds became imprinted on the stones and rocks. These footprints can still be seen, and the hillock is known as Charan Pahadi, the small hillock of footprints. On a similar occasion, the food plate of Krishna was placed on a rock and he started playing the flute. Once again, the rock melted and the plate was imprinted on this rock. This place is specifically known as Bhojan Thali, the food plate. Another spot of much fun is the Phisalini Shila or Shila Khisalini. This is a huge rock which is shaped and placed like a slide. Krishna and his Gopa friends used to play slide here very frequently. The rock is very slippery, and even today devotees go there and have a good game of slide. So this one is definitely on your bucket list. Phisalini Shila or Shila Khisalini literally means the sliding rock. Everyone enjoyed to come to Kamyavan. It was Radharani's forest. Her love was so vast, it would spread through each and every corner of this forest. There are so many other pastimes and spots that we can speak about in Kamyavan. We will surely discuss each of them at later times, but for now, enjoy the blissful Kamyavan and hold your breath for the climax in the next episode. Radhe Radhe, Shri Radha Sarveshwaro Vijayate.